Dude, you've gotta watch One Piece, bro. It's literally the best show. Honestly, like, your favorite show is shit compared to One Piece. It's only episodes long. You've got this, bruv.
Yeah, I'm not out here trying to pull that shit, but I really do like the show and wanted to give my take on it. I'd like to try to explain why so many people enjoy a show this stupidly long, and encourage you to take a sniff yourself. One Piece is a show I avoided for years and years, in large part due to the episode count. It's a really easy show to point at and make fun of without knowing a damn thing about it. I've tried it before and didn't really get anywhere, but I decided to give it another shot after a recent trip to Japan. Yeah, I'm a balding loser, I'm aware. Japan had so much One Piece shit, it's ingrained into nerddom there. On top of that, I had heard a few people speak about it with such reverence. So why not? I'll throw it a bone. And 400 hours later, I did in fact become one of those assholes who likes this show. And One Piece will boil you like a goddamn frog. It's a fun show at first, nothing to write home about, but a solid show. Then I kept going. The next arc was pretty solid, and I said I was going to finish this one and take a break from One Piece. At that point, an arc or two is, 100 plus episodes in, so, Then after I would finish, I would just sneak a peek at the next arc, and hot damn, did they get my ass every fucking time. And it just keeps getting better. Somehow this show will peak over and over and over. Not to say it doesn't have dips, but those dips are few and far between, and when there are dips, they don't stick around long. There are a few exceptions to that, but remarkably few dips for how massive this show is. World and character building are the pillars that make this gargantuan series worth the time. A majority of that massive episode count is used to build on the world or characters in meaningful and interesting ways. The episode count is kind of what makes this show special. You really need that episode count to get a full grasp on it. And it takes time to expand on something without overwhelming the audience. The series seamlessly expands on its world in a way that feels realistic and is easy to comprehend. I was never overwhelmed with plot information in the entirety of One Piece, which is a genuine feat. I've watched so many other shows that go bananas in lore where I just can't keep up. This is not one of those shows. The world will just keep expanding and it gets better with each edition. The main pulls that hooked me into these next arcs were either major developments to characters or major expansion to the world. The world building also explains many aspects of previous arcs. Every time you think the writer just pulled out some BS to have a character win a fight, enemy or ally, it's actually a system we just haven't been exposed to yet. It never feels fake or cheap either, with a few exceptions. One Piece is a big show, it does have a few cracks, but generally, when something isn't explained, it's not forgotten. It will just be expanded upon later in the series. The show really rewards you for paying attention to the details because the writer isn't going to forget about those things either. Everything seems deliberate and intentional looking back on it all. Every character in One Piece has an excellently written story and adds a lot to the world. Over the course of 1,000 episodes, those characters continue to interact and expand on the world in new ways. The end result is a complex web of characters, new and old, that create a network that rewards your commitment to this world. There are many times where some rando you almost forgot about comes in out of nowhere and proves to be a meaningful, interesting, you love this character now. He was just some random enemy before, now he's fucking epic. Or you'll see a favorite character come back and you'll pop off because that's someone you had spent 30 episodes with or whatever it may be. A good chunk of time because of how the size of this show. And due to the size of One Piece, every character can have their own moment to shine. Many side characters look at the same level of love or more than many main characters from other shows. Some people view the side character development as filler, but for me, and I think many others, it's some of the best parts of One Piece. If you don't care about the world and characters of One Piece, it's just not going to be something you gel with. The further you get into the show, the more invested you will be in these characters and world. Due to this massive investment in the world, every pivotal fight or reveal is that much more impactful. When something has been built up to for 100 plus episodes, you really feel that reveal or fight so much more than you would if you're watching a 12 episode show. And it's not just sunk cost. Those 100 episodes meaningfully build on the world and characters to make that moment hype as shit. You need that episode count to have that investment and crazy development of the world. That is why people like this show. Its world is jaw-dropping on so many occasions. And when you think you've seen it all, some crazy shit will happen that opens your eyes to a whole new part of this world. If you can get invested in this world, it is going to be a goddamn masterpiece for you. If you can't, that's totally fine. I mean, the length is a huge deal. But if you are someone who will gel with this, it will take you for a goddamn ride. It did for me, and I think a lot of other people. I mean, it's what? Like, the most viewed anime of all time or whatever, longest running. There's a reason for that. If you are going to try this show, try not to think about the episode count while you're watching it. If you make it that far out of your own interest, great. If not, don't worry about it. Not thinking about it worked for me, but your mileage may vary. Something that might make getting through 1,000 episodes much easier is that the show is a pretty decent dub. I know that makes a lot of people grumble, but hey, if you're watching something for 400 plus hours, it's nice to not have to read subtitles for all that time. And that's especially true if you're playing games or fucking around on your second monitor while watching. I didn't do this for the whole show or anything, but hey, it makes it much easier. Yeah, I know you can shoot me in the fucking face for that opinion. Like I said earlier though, a lot of this show is going to be character building and world building. And it's not really something you need to lock in on. As long as you're getting the audio, you're getting it. Just boot up a game or something and fuck around while watching. It's a good time. I hope this explains why so many assholes love to suck off One Piece so much. I'm not going to say you have to watch the full show or anything, but I'd highly recommend giving it a good sniff. Let it take you. If you feel the pull, you'll be eating good for a fucking while. Have a good one, fellers.